Hey everyone, this is Shipra and this is my review of Vivo Y55L, which is the latest smartphone from Vivo that comes with voice over LTE support and screen flash to make your selfies look even better in low light conditions. So first I'll talk about the design, and at first look, it looks much like any other Chinese smartphone and doesn't stand out from the crowd. It looks like as if made of metal, but it's actually plastic. A good thing here is that it is actually good plastic, which doesn't look cheap, and it has neat finish to it. It looks really nice and it feels quite lightweight as well. Besides, it has right amount of the curves, which makes it relatively comfortable to hold. And for a 5.2-inch display, it is surprisingly lightweight at just 142 grams. It has a nice weight to it, neither too bulky nor so light. Now if I talk about hardware placements, it gets volume rocker and power key to the right of the device, micro USB port for charging, primary mic and a speaker grill towards the bottom, whereas towards the left you will see SIM slots, and top is home for 3.5mm audio jack, secondary mic and a dedicated micro SD card. To the front, over the top, it has 5-megapixel secondary camera, speaker grill, earpiece and a proximity sensor, whereas bottom chin has these capacitive navigation buttons. Now turning to the back, you will see 8-megapixel primary camera that is paired with a single tone single LED flash. Now you're looking at a 5.2-inch HD display that has 2.5D glass on top, but here I would have preferred a full HD display given the fact that many similarly priced phones are rocking full HD display here. But even the HD panel of Vivo Y55L does the job. There's no denying that at this screen size the text isn't that sharp and crisp, but the screen is bright and vibrant enough and has no issues whatsoever in outdoor settings as well. Performance is also satisfactory of this device. It is powered by a Snapdragon 430 chipset, which is an octa-core processor that comes bundled with 2GB of RAM and 16GB of internal storage, which further can be expanded up to 128GB using a micro SD card. Phone handles routine tasks such as web browsing and multitasking surprisingly well. Apps open up quickly and everything from videos to games runs smoothly. I even tried Asphalt 8 and did not come any major lag, but yes, I could see occasional frame drops. But overall, gameplay experience was rather satisfactory. Now if I talk about battery, you get 2650 mAh battery, which is quite less in numbers, and if you look at the counterparts as well, you're getting bigger power batteries at the same price. But for most users, the Vivo Y55L can run through the day without any issues. But if I talk about heavy users here, like myself, I could hardly get 9 to 10 hours of battery life on single charge. And there's no support for fast charging, so it takes around 3 hours for the device to reach full capacity. So that is kind of a compromise Vivo has done here. Now if I talk about software, it runs Android 6.0 Marshmallow out of the box, which is layered with the company's custom FunTouch OS 2.0 to be precise. While the interface seems snappy and responsive for the most part, but you get entirely different experience from your stock Android experience. Now let's talk about the camera. It features 8-megapixel primary and 5-megapixel secondary camera. Both the cameras belt out fairly detailed pictures in well-lit conditions, especially its ability to capture macro shots. Images shot look rather neat, and phone's camera can certainly put other budget devices to shame. While colors aren't as punchy I would have liked, but it's still perhaps the best you can find in this price range. Now if I talk about the front camera and its much hyped screen flash, let me tell you, it is not an extraordinary feature. It just increases the screen brightness to the max while taking selfies. So that's how its screen flash works, and in my opinion it is just fine. Now in terms of connectivity, and which is also a key highlight of the device, is its dedicated micro SD slot, which we rarely see these days as most of the manufacturers are opting for hybrid SIM slots. Further, it gets dual SIM slots, 4G LTE, micro USB slot, 3.5mm audio jack, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and GPS. Now what came as a shock to me is the absence of fingerprint sensor. Yes, it doesn't feature a fingerprint sensor, which is becoming a standard feature on most of the budget devices. So that's again kind of compromise they have done here. Now if I talk about the pricing, you can get it from Amazon at a price of Rs 11,430. Now if I talk about my opinion, for sure it may give you a premium feel and good design and build. But that said, phone specifications are not as powerful compared to some of the other similarly priced offerings and even more slightly cheaper alternatives. And not to forget, you also don't get a fingerprint sensor with Vivo Y55L. So my suggestion would be, if you're planning to buy a budget smartphone, you can look for other options as well. So guys, that's it in this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. If yes, give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe the channel. This is Shipra and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Till then, have a great time.